Audio. I'm always awkward. There we go. And hello, everyone. We are live.
What's up, freaks, geeks, and eternally sheiks?
Hello.
I think I actually managed to turn everyone's volume up properly this time, so I won't be the loudest person in the room, but please let me know if Lirou and Pietre are still not loud enough because I never know. I can't tell. It's just annoying like that. Okay. Well, that all being said, do either of you want to? Do we need to do introductions? I feel like we don't need to do introductions.
I mean, they might be fun, but I don't think we need to, especially since we seem to have is this four watchers or just four people in general watching this shit?
Yeah, there's four watcher. I mean, this one is me, and then three other
Okay.
people. Yeah,
Where's
All
this
right, one
me?
is me, so we have two. Cool.
I'm not on it.
you're not
Lirou,
on
you are so
it.
quiet.
Okay, I'll post it in the streaming channel because I was actually surprised
Yeah,
it
I
didn't pick
found
up
it.
on it.
I mean, I thought you
Anywho.
did.
Oh well, I meant like this one's streaming channel. It should have picked up from the bot, but it didn't. So that's
Well, we
weird.
can't have that.
No, I will have to check my bot later. Silly bot. Okay, well, let's see. Happy, it's Friday, right?
It is Friday.
It is Friday. It's
We
almost the end of the month.
we have survived another week.
We have. Let's see. The last time we did this was back on the 31st.
Yeah, we did a New Year's Eve.
Yep. Oh, and there's
Nice.
Watson. Hey, Watson.
Hello, Watson.
I don't know.
Everybody loves Watson. That's a
Do,
sticker now.
do they? Are we sure about
Yes,
that?
yes.
I have my doubts.
Well, I love him, so hush.
Okay, I'll let you love him. That is perfectly fine. You can do all the loving for both of us.
I will. I don't know what beef you have, but my heart is an open book. So,
He bullied us with toy soldiers.
how that?
Watson bullied us with toy soldiers.
It's it's true. It's true. Watson did spare us from all of the toy soldiers that he put in here.
I have no idea what you two are talking about.
I'm
Okay,
laughing.
so we were like the second group to go through and try Flintsmiths.
Oh, I never did do that thing while it was around, so that explains it. Okay.
If
Okay,
you move to Spine's Reach, you can do all the instances with us.
it's
I know,
true.
it is true.
It's true. You could come to
Anyway.
my terrible little city. Come.
Mhm. Cool.
Anyway, about the toy soldiers.
Listen, all Spirians are my stupid little babies. They're horrible, they're just fucking miserable, and I adore them. Not just 'cause it's my job to.
But what does that
Right.
have to do with toy soldiers?
I am getting to that. So
Okay.
toy soldiers. In about the second round, do you remember from the Flintbeard scenario where you had to fight the Stooges?
I do remember the Stooges, actually, vaguely.
Right. So in that phase, instead of fighting the Stooges, you had to fight Ironbeard Jr. You had the potential to get stooged, but also he would reach into his bag of tricks and summon a bunch of automatically aggro toy soldiers.
Nice.
The thing is, there was not a good limit on how many would be active at a time. So pretty soon it stacked up to 10 to 15 to 20 of these damn things that will just come in and stab you all at once for trying to do anything.
I mean, sounds like a normal Solani event. That's
Yeah, but
that's
you're also trying to do the rest of the thing.
true.
You're trying to run away from Ironbeard Jr. And these things hurt. You know how you go into the scorpion den and you get bodied by 3 red scorpions?
I actually don't know about that well. I've only done it once, so
Deal,
I've
deal.
really not done a lot of things lately.
Are you busy being a good parent or something?
I mean, there's that, but there's also just me really watching like rabbit holes of videos on various streaming services that I could put to blame.
Nerd.
I am. I'm sorry.
Anyway, about 7 of these would be sufficient to send you directly to hell. But no, let's get it into the double digits. Like, it's a lot. So I'm accustomed to just sitting there and going, well, that's how it is on this bitch of an earth and enduring things. Like, I better get good. And Lirou is wise enough to say, hey, this is not balanced. And Watson was like, oh shit, okay, yeah.
He actually admitted it. Wow. Sorry. I'm probably
Yeah?
being extra sassy. I've known him for a very long time.
Here's that.
I am very sassy. It's okay. Well, you ended up getting past that though, obviously. Like he fixed it and
Mhm.
you're able to
Oh, yeah,
survive.
after we did all that.
But the trauma remains, and the newer
Uh-huh.
version of it is much better.
Yes.
Sounds like every time that one is done from now on, though, if you all are some of the first people to test it, it really should still do something similar just to keep bringing back that trauma.
No, thank you. I'm quite happy with it not doing that.
I mean, I'm not gonna know the difference. I'll just go like, oh, it's me being bad at this fucking game. I just don't get mad at anybody but myself.
It depends. Like sometimes I'll get mad at the actual thing if it looks like it's a bug to me. But then most of the time I'm like, yeah, that was my stupid fault. I did that. That's my whoops. Sorry.
Oh, see, most of the time I don't know if it's a bug or if I'm stupid. So I'm sitting here, it's like, have I just not acclimated to the level of suffering that's expected of me here? It's like the actual opposite of the Principal Skinner. No, it's the children who are wrong. It's like, no, must be me.
You are the child.
Obviously, I'm the problem here.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say now. I should bring my drink closer so I can make sure if you have a drink on hand, I definitely should start probably having a little bit of drink. So this can at least be moderately interesting and I can start having an excuse for slurring my words.
Unlike the one you just slurred right then and there, huh?
I really did. I'm not fully over my cold, but I'm mostly over it. So I can blame it on that too, right?
Absolutely. You can make up any excuse.
I can.
How am I going to prove it?
This is true.
I
Like,
trust you. I believe you.
do you though?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm here.
that's true. You are here. Anyway, I am so awkward. I don't even know why. I feel awkward. Maybe it's because I'm not used to doing this anymore. Like there used to be a flow. There used to be a way to do it, and now I'm just like, who cares? Let's just have fun. Let's vibe.
Sure, but now you're getting caught up in this used to be a flow, so you're not letting yourself vibe.
That is true. So now I'm ruining the vibe. The vibe is gone. Oh no.
Well, you're not ruining it, you're just not riding the wave appropriately. We're trying to go sign and you're going cause, because you're used to it doing some tangential shit.
Wow, math terms that I haven't thought about since high school.
I was introduced to the concept of geometry again today, and I have not recovered because I am so bad at it and it frightens me.
Oh my lord. That reminds me of what happened earlier this week. My son, this is going to be a parent story, so Hopefully,
Okay.
I won't traumatize anyone with parent stories.
Everybody who is a hater and has not left the underside of their rock for the last 10 years, get over it.
Exactly.
Continue.
Okay. So my son was doing homework. He's been not even homework. It's schoolwork. He's catching up, ADHD, fun times and all. And he's doing these math problems, and he has one that had, I forget the exact wording of it, but he said, they're doing estimates, and it was said, this person has 708 and they're trying to get to 800. What is the midpoint? And he looked at me and he's like, "What do you know? The midpoint would probably be 700, right?" And I'm looking at him like, "Child, I do not remember what a midpoint is." So and he said, "Well, it's on the line. You've got the line and you draw it, and then you've got this point and this point, and the middle is this." And I'm like, "This is vaguely sounding familiar. I don't really remember it. Do you remember what midpoints are?"
No.
I have an idea just based on etymology. However, my strategy for this and helping out kids learning it is going back in the chapter and reading again myself so that we can both figure out what it means. So it'll help them comprehend what's happening. And also, you don't look like a goober because you don't know what a midpoint is.
Well, he doesn't have his math book at home. It stays in the classroom. So
Oh
I
no.
I don't
Oh,
have
what the
that reference.
fuck?
Exactly. Like this is
They made me carry around 50 pounds of paper, and you're telling me they don't do that now.
I mean, he technically could have, but usually
Well,
they don't. They leave him at school.
I
bullshit.
permanently
You
missed.
know what? I'd Google it. It's like, all right, let's
Yeah,
double check
no.
what a midpoint is.
That is
Oh,
exactly what I did. I Googled it. I told him honestly, I was like, I have no idea what that is, but I will look it up. So yeah, I Googled it, pulled it up. I'm like, oh, it's the middle. It's literally the middle point where
yeah,
you do the line that he was describing is where you're supposed to have a number on one side, a number on the other side, and the middle point is the point in between those. That's like
yeah,
the exact,
the
not the
middle.
average, but the middle,
Yeah, the midpoint.
the midpoint.
I was
So
gonna say, yeah, what is this with not carrying all your books everywhere?
I
I
Listen, I
messed
didn't
up
get
my
this
back
bad.
doing that, and everyone should too.
well,
Yeah,
it's
it's a trial of growing up. You have to carry around more books than possibly reasonable, as well as your
Mhm.
binder full of anime printouts that you do not show anyone, but it's covered in Hot Topic stickers.
I think that's going to be much later in life because he's not hot topic age. He is in third grade, so that's probably why. I feel like when I've seen some of the fifth graders, they do end up having more stuff in their book bags. He's only starting to like have the concept of not just schoolwork that he's having to bring home because he doesn't get it done, but also homework. Um, so it's just going to keep compiling. There is going to be a point when he actually has to bring massive amounts of books home. Right now, it's just he has his TD stuff, which is talent development, the advanced classes, and then he's got usually library books that he brings home.
Mhm.
He keeps getting the freaking atlas, like an old atlas, and that is the book he gets out of the library.
Listen, if he likes cartography, let him do it.
I know. I find it amazing. I'm like, this is he just wants to pull it open and point to things and say, this is where such and such is. And usually it ends up often leading back to the Burj Khalifa.
Listen, get him one of those topographical textured globes. He's gonna lose his shit.
I think that's no, we have a light up globe upstairs. We don't have a topographical, but I have thought about that.
Like the textured ones where you can feel the mountains.
Yeah,
Do it.
I'm gonna have to now. Anyway, so
See, that's
midpoints,
good. And
math.
also, I think it's important for parents to admit when they don't know things and then show kids how to look it up so that they don't just make stuff up and hinder critical thinking and research evaluation.
I'll have you,
Absolutely.
I'll have you know that 90% of like college coursework is just making stuff up.
I mean, it is. I remember I made a lot of crap up. I have pride in the fact, and this is me admitting very much cheating the system. For my dad, we ended up going to college together. That's a whole other story. But at one point, he managed somehow to bribe me into doing his physics paper. I have never taken a physics course before, and I just went on the internet and found a bunch of random shit and put a paper together, and he ended up making an A. So
Your academic credibility is garbage.
You're the prehistoric version of ChatGPT.
I really was at that point. Like this was early, 2001 internet.
Did they even have the internet back then?
Yes, I started playing Aetolia back then, so yes. That was a long time ago. But that was a good joke. That was a good joke. Did we have the internet in 2001? We actually had the internet at home. I'm trying to think of when we had it for the first time.
We have internet at home. The internet at home is juno.com.
We had just a local service. We were so far off technically kind of in the boonies that you couldn't get AOL. I mean, you could, but the service would be shit. And I remember going and thinking it was so amazing. We had like 8-bit or 9-bit, I forget what the connection was. Then we were at like 16, then at the 32, and then, oh man, we were rocking at that 56K modem. It was such big shit.
I was on Earthlink dial-up for the majority
Yes.
of my college career.
Yes, I think that was my sister for my older sister. They're all older, but my oldest sister, when she had it when she was going through college at Greensboro. But it took a while. So she had like introduced me to like music she had downloaded that took forever for her to download and all this other stuff. And then we did get it at home when there was Yahooligans. I remember waiting for hours for the Yahooligans website to load so that I could go hang out and play on it. It took so long. There were so many damn graphics on that page.
Oh, we have a first-time chat from a Kratin.
Yes.
And it says, "What's the internet? My friend, it is a mistake. It is a blight upon humanity, and it is a maligned being of good intentions gone horribly awry."
Is it really Acritin? I always said Akratin. Like I've known that name.
Acritin. Thank you.
Yeah, I did not know it was pronounced that way. I've always said Akratin.
I am so sorry. It is taking all of my willpower not to pronounce it similar to Al Gratin.
I mean, now you're just gonna make me hungry, Al Gratin.
Listen, if I have to put up with being called Pietre all the time, I understand this pain. It's Acritin. Yes, I will do this correctly forever.
I'll mess up. I admit that.
That's okay. I've made peace with the fact that you're not going to get it right.
I say Pietre. I get it mostly right, right?
And that's
Who's
good. Like,
Acritin?
Pietre, yes.
Pietre.
It's
Okay, the ra.
Italian. It's French/Italian, Pietre. However, I will
I thought
accept
it was
people just
Algerian
calling him
and-
Pete or Piet. Don't call him P. He will get mad because he knows what that word means.
I'll call him Pie.
That's fine. That's not even how it's
Delicious.
pronounced, but he'll take it.
Pie sounds good, just because
Oh,
my character's obsessed with pie.
Because he's a snack.
Yeah, he's a snack. That's right.
He is. One time I did actually get thirst trap art of him with an apricot pie. Great.
Can you share that with me sometime? Because that sounds hilarious.
Sure. Why not?
I want to see this too.
I'm sharing it with Lirou first because she's dating him in the game.
Ooh,
It's scandalous.
so scandalous.
Well, not really. You want the healthiest polycule on Earth. It's with him.
That's true. I mean, but
The answer is yes, that's fine. As long as whoever you're with is being good to you, then you may do whatever you please.
that is right. All the cool guys and come from Spine's Reach. That's just how that happens.
Oh, we're the bad boys from the wrong side of the track.
Exactly.
We roll up on our motorcycle in like a beatbox or
Lower our sunglasses, give it a little wink, say, "It's a
Mhm.
little too bright here, baby. Why don't you come to the dark side?"
Yeah,
Oh, what is this shit?
that is exactly the vibe of Spine's Reach.
When we're not just like throwing fire bombs at each other for fun.
I mean, but aren't you? Kind of.
We totally did during the Alchemist release. We were having a ball. And that's kind of what's happening now with this whole Civil War thing,
I
which,
was
by the way, I think is like the greatest idea ever.
I honestly, at first I was like, what? But then I realized, you know what? To put all of that PK energy into a good place and not just raiding random people, I'm actually all for it.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what's so important about this to me. It's like a really healthy way to deal with having a lot of pent up energy without griefing all of the other orgs that are recovering from the identity thing.
Yeah.
What
Uh,
if we griefed them all at once and had like a giant three-way war?
I guess we could right now, but it would be real dickish. I mean, Bloodlock might stand up for themselves, but I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know why we're not beating them up, aside from we already beat them up. How about second breakfast?
yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know. You could try to do a three-way war, but troop wise, you definitely wouldn't manage it.
Well,
Yeah,
And
I mean, we
body
were kind of
wise,
going with that, with the whole, hey, we're going to blow up Varian's statue and make it a Severn statue. What do you think about that?
no one cares. No one,
Yeah,
no one
apparently
cares at
not.
all.
apparently no one cared, which was a little disappointing, but
But you
we're
know
still
what?
gonna do it.
It's good spirited and shit. I guess I'm making a giant statue of my horrible father figure. It was like, you're my least favorite children, but you're what I have, so that's what we're going to work with. We said, we love you too, Dad. And he said, grunt. So,
No, I mean, I love it. It was just, yeah, for Duran, it's like, okay. We didn't really like Varian in the end anyway. He kind of screwed over everybody, so that's cool.
yeah, he
Blow it
did.
up.
Yeah,
Blow it
but you
up.
could have beat us up and then make it into your own giant
Yeah,
statue.
yeah, that was part of the hopes that other people would go like, no, how about we make a statue of this thing? We're going to make our own god statue. We lost a god. Hey, let's make it into Ome. Or something like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, I don't think anyone would have honestly thought to do that. Not right now, at least.
Well,
There's way too many just people have kind of decided to take a break. I mean, that's, not trying to speak too much about other orgs, but like Duran, that's where we are. Like a
I
ton of
like
people are just taking a break.
yeah,
I like
and
it.
huh?
Sorry,
Oh, you go, you go.
I like a Kraden's idea of making a giant Cad statue.
I mean,
Honestly,
yeah.
Fibge time. Hell
Hmm.
yeah.
Let's have a fish statue.
Glub
There you
glub.
go.
Glub, glub, glub. Make it a fountain.
Oh, that would be pretty.
Be cute.
Very
And
cute.
then all of Liruma would be flooded. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
You guys were so mad we blew it up, and now we're allowed to flood it.
I mean, flooding is different from blowing up. At least the land is still there.
Under 50 feet of water.
I
I
mean,
think
it's a natural. It's bringing in natural resources. There's going to be more fish. There's more
yeah,
meat.
I see no problem with this.
All of the things living there would not be living there, okay?
Well, they got other
Like
places they can live. It's fine. It's
you're
just an.
fucking over a whole biome. Listen, if you can
It's
use
fine.
these arguments, then I get to use these arguments for why I'm not sorry about dropping the bomb.
See, it's full of scrubs. If they wanted to not get flooded, they'd have to get good first.
It's true, they are in Scrubland.
Oh, I don't want no scrub. We're gonna
Oh,
start singing that.
TLC. It's a good song.
It is a good song. We saw it. We were like flipping channels. I think last weekend. And my husband's just flipping basically through the '90s country, going through like the '90s, the '80s, the 2000s, and I swear I am not even remotely kidding. We saw TLC's Scrubs on at least two of the channels. I feel like it was '90s, and it was either 80s as well or 2000s. It probably was 2000s, but we saw it on one channel. We go flip around, do other things, and then we get to the other channel later, and it's there again. It's like, it's just trying to make us listen to this song.
Grub is a guy who thinks he's fly, otherwise known as a buster.
Maybe we should just have a karaoke night.
Okay, but I would need to be more inebriated. I also recently found out that I'm a contralto, which is fascinating, honestly. You ever just spend your whole life doing mandatory performative gender, and then you realize that you're an entirely different vocal set?
Yes and no. Like, I don't know what that voice level is that you just said. I don't know that word.
Have you ever heard Amanda Palmer from the Dresden Dolls?
No.
Cher?
Yes.
Cher.
Okay.
Like, deep.
Like, very deep. Okay. Because I used to have to, when church, yay, they made me often do soprano, and I can still sort of do soprano, but my natural singing voice is alto, so much so that it sounds very similar to my speaking voice. So yeah, I get that. I get it. I was soprano for so long, and then one time someone looked at me and said, or listened to me and said, "You do realize you're probably an alto. You're really forcing that." And my life changed, and my voice sounded so better, much better. My throat felt better.
Yeah, it's like almost once you start moving from the diaphragm, the whole game fucking changes. You're like, oh,
Yes.
I see.
Gotta get real low. What's this? Angela
That would be
Lansbury.
like, Ave Maria. Like that.
Your mic's breaking up.
Well, that's because I was right next to it.
That explains a lot. I don't even know if I could do that on cue. Ave Maria. Yeah, I can't do it on cue.
I can do it on cue because I use it to be sarcastic within my own household.
That makes sense.
I perform that moment whenever something of such minor concern happens that I have to be a bitch.
Trying to think of the ones that I use. I annoy my husband typically with 90s country because it's what we both grew up with. So I usually go with Diamond Rio. So I will start singing randomly in a week or two. I was going to bring you diamonds. I just really built it out to annoy him. And then there's the one about meat in the middle, neath the old Georgia pine. Yeah, that's the other one. So there's various ones that I just torture him. I don't torture him. He likes the songs, but he doesn't obviously like my singing. And my son definitely does not like my singing. Although he's vibing a little bit better. Like if I just start randomly making up notes, he takes along and kind of goes with the beat as well. And he'll just hum it along with me. It's actually kind of adorable.
Cute.
Now if I could just get him to practice piano like he should be.
There's a whole lot of should in the world.
Yeah. It's like I'm not going to force him, but he says he enjoys it and he does a good job, but it's like you're not going to get better if you don't practice. I'm sorry. But it's fine. Anyway, well, we were talking about Spine's Reach briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to talk about morale? So we actually talk about something from the game.
I think it would be great
fine.
if
I
like a
suppose
rune
I'd try
carver
that.
tried to join Euthemius, and then when he shows up and is like, "Where's the mushrooms?" and people are like, "What?" and he's, "I thought you said morale."
Oh my god, get out of here. Had enough of you. We're breaking up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's got to be someone from Duran with Rune Carver that's already in morale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bound to be. So they could always already make that that joke.
Probably, but I don't know if I'm like even allowed to disclose that.
Oh
I
no.
also
I'm
don't
just you don't have to tell me. I'm not like trying to
also I
pry.
tend not to pay that much attention. It's like, oh, that sure is a person. Hi. What are their skills? I don't know.
That's valid.
It's entirely vibes based. If someone's nasty, it doesn't matter what they're playing. I don't do PvP yet. I don't know better. Like, I have to care if they're going to come and beat me up, but they're going to win, so it doesn't really matter how they beat me up. Also, they won't because I am basically Mr. Rogers. So they have to be in a situation.
Mm,
Like, I'm not going to hold it against them if they do come and give me, like, the good old beheading for whatever reason. Like, I didn't like what you shouted, or your news post makes me feel things like introspection and it made me upset. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm inconvenienced briefly. It's fine.
this is true. But yes.
But
What?
that is part of the segue into the necessity of morale. So, one of the things we're trying to establish here with morale, and I'm working on the sermon, I've been busy with a whole bunch of stuff right now, so I have a huge heap of obligations around my feet, and I am a little, oh God, about it. But I am working on the sermon, and one of the points that we're trying to make crystal clear is that hope is not some naive, unthinking thing. Like, whenever people talk about people being hopeful, they're like, oh, it's so bright, it's so cheerful, it's not realistic, things like that. People who are hooked on pessimism and always reading the grimdark version. Like, you've met people like this, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What they're not counting on is the fact that hope and morale and determination and the collective community heart and things like that, that's not a cheerful, light, and beautiful thing. That is a cockroach. That is a sewer rat who is about to fight you for a piece of pizza. It is a clawing survival determination because, yes, it's bad, but we're going to win, now aren't we? Because there's no point if we don't try. So it's what gets you out of bed on really bad depression days and has you brushing your teeth because if tomorrow has the audacity to show up, at least you won't have any cavities. It's what has you making your bed and washing your face, even though it's tedious, even though it's maintenance, even though, like, skipping a day won't matter, skipping 2 days will. It's the stuff that has you taking care of your life, even if it feels like minutia, even if it feels pointless. And in the grand scheme of things, nobody's going to care if you skip a day on laundry. But it matters because it matters for you in this moment. You're part of the universe experiencing itself. You're how the art universe is expressing itself. And that itself is worth consideration. That itself is worth effort. So it's not some bubble headed and unattached concept. It is not some joyful, sprightly little thing. It is the determination to look fate and bad odds and all kinds of things right in the eye, spit, and laugh. Because it's your life, and by God, you're going to make it exactly the way you want.
Okay.
Oh, great response. Thank you.
It's like, wow. I mean, that it goes along with your post that you made earlier too.
Yeah, on that part, I wanted to express that, like, hey, I recognize that everybody is really tired, and that's why we're doing this battlefield thing with ourselves. Because, like, tactically speaking, it is a perfect time for Spine's Reach to go and beat the shit out of Rihrin and Honorian. It is intelligent, it is the correct thing to do, it is completely ruthless, but in the meta, it's an asshole move. It's a real dick move. And that's just not what the point of the actual game is.
This is true.
Like, yeah, we'd win, but at what cost? It's not right. So, in order to justify this kind of cognitive dissonance, it's easier to think of it as, oh, well, if nobody else wants to play, we'll beat each other up. Fine. But at the heart of things, it's giving everybody else a chance to recover. So, for the sense of morale, it's not just one of those Wirren being Wirren, and Wirren's not wrong. He's committed to his bit and he's doing a good job. He's doing a great job. I love having him as a city mate. It's a lot of fun. It's really goofy. He is living in terminal exasperation because he's being treated so kindly and so warmly, and everybody's being so goddamn nice, and it's not just because we know that he will explode if he's not in a good place, because Wirren is one chaotic motherfucker.
This is
He
true.
is.
He really is.
We, ex- we know that. We accept that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, Acrotin says, there's a point where it's important for the game to not be that dick, even if tactically it matters. Precisely. So, in the
Yeah.
meta sense, this Civil War thing is absolutely crucial for the health of the game. Like, yeah, we'd win, but man, talk about beating people up when they're down. It's not really a victory.
No.
It's just being an asshole and getting that W at the sake of everything. It's
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah.
So in game, we have to justify it because in game, if we were 100% truly committing to the roleplay, we would be steamrolling everybody in our path. But it's also the mark of what I would consider a bad writer to think that's the only option. Like, we're a city of thinkers. We're allowed to be prideful, we're allowed to be irrational, we're allowed to look at a situation and go, you know what? It's not as much fun if they're not fighting back. It's not a victory, it's not a success, it's not something to be proud of. And if there's one thing that's kept us going, it has been pride. So if you cannot adapt your RP, like your personal and your org RP, to something that is better for the game as a whole, that is your shortcoming as a writer. It means you're not thinking, you're only looking at the things that satisfy you, not what's good for a story.
Hmm.
So, looping back to Warren's post, makes perfect sense in character that he would be like this because he's like, nobody's doing anything. Nobody's doing anything. What's wrong with you? Ah!
Well,
And that's a fair take.
it is a fair
It's very,
take.
it is very confusing. Everybody's not doing things. Why? And so I figured that, like, a fair response, an appropriate response that would actually get us a little more momentum aside from kickback of like, you're wrong, would be to say, hey, your god's hurting just like everybody else, but his role in this world is still here. It matters, and it's a good foil and reflection that works in tandem with morale. Because if you don't have anything to fight for, what's the point?
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel good to like actually have something to win to conquer. Like, you don't feel good when you solve a two-piece puzzle.
I mean, you might.
I don't.
I don't, but
If I were like an infant, maybe that's a W.
yeah, there you
But
go.
having friction is necessary. Think of it in physics. If we didn't have friction, we'd have all flown off the planet and died ages ago.
True.
Like, you have to have at least some resistance in your life for things to be any kind of worthwhile or fun or interesting or functional.
Yeah, there's
So,
just there's such a, and I get why Rihrin did the post as well. I mean, it
oh
made
yeah,
sense, and your response with your character, it also made perfect sense.
sure.
But yeah, the thing that just sucks is that there is a void, post Monomaki, which I might be saying incorrectly.
Hmm.
And a lot of people are just they're taking a break. So while we can, role play whatever we want about apathy, it's like at some point we also have to find our own way to make the game fun for us while we're waiting for people to kind of come back and be ready to engage again, which hopefully, another couple of weeks to maybe another month, we'll see some people starting to come back. That's my hope.
Oh,
Um,
I imagine so. And we just got a new round of Solani.
yeah.
So
So
that'll be fun. We have new ideas up in the pools.
yeah, exactly.
Hopefully
So
for the twin focus thing, because I think that'll give some of the smaller orgs a little bit some chance to gain more momentum in small PvP conflicts.
Yeah, that looks super fun and it's interesting, it's exciting. We've got some innovations going already. So it's okay if everybody has the winter post major event blues,
yeah,
and it's also okay if characters are going to bitch about it.
yeah.
I don't think it
It
can fully be attributed to the post-major event, because I think there are a lot of contributing factors, at least to the kind of fall apart of Bloodlock and Durian.
Yeah, I mean, everybody lost a major deity. Everybody did.
Eh, did I guess Bloodluck? Yeah, with Ivan. I just wasn't thinking of it that way, but yeah, they did.
They did. They lost their dad.
They lost their dad. And Orion technically lost three gods because Ome was also sort of tied to them. She built the temple and helped bring back the what do you call it? The fire that's there. And then Duran just lost Ome. But because of everything that had happened prior, that's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah, I'm not here to dig into the identity thing. It seemed like it was a really cool and fun idea that went a little too hard in the wrong ways. Like it was misapplied and misinterpreted.
Oh, I was just
Ec-
meaning the whole Ome, the Monomaki inside a Duran issue. But no, the
Oh,
identity also caused a lot of people to kind of get burnt out.
yeah, which is another reason that I think that everybody is just like, man, I need like 15 minutes to get my shit together. I do not want to get in a fight.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
I
which is
just want to go
perfectly
have
fair.
a I just want to go have a drink and chill and not think about this kind of thing for a while.
Yeah,
Uh,
and that's healthy.
that is
That's
healthy,
good.
and
I
I'm
500% encourage everybody who's like, "Oh, I'm not sure I'm having fun." Leave. It's okay. We'll be here when you come back.
exactly like I am. I'm not gonna comment on that for personal reasons. But
I mean,
what was I gonna say?
like, tie up your loose ends before you do, but you don't have to retire wholesale. You can go like, "Hey, I'm taking a break. Here is my responsibles if I have any. Please replace it. Thank you and good night." Like, you can set up your affairs nice and tidy
Oh
and then
yeah.
go. It's okay.
Oh, I know. I
This
support
game is
that.
not a prison. Don't treat it like that.
Yeah, people should not
I'm
treat
saying
it like
this as
it.
much for my own benefit because I have fallen into that trap before, and boy, I do not like that.
No, and I do it to myself a lot. Is I let myself just focus on the responsibilities you end up picking up naturally when you're playing games like this, and then at some point you just have to say to yourself, yeah, no. I do not need to be responsible for this. I don't have to be responsible for this. If it's not fun, you know, we bring out that meme of just GTFO, run away, etc. I still
It
love that
sucked.
meme.
Hit the bricks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hit the
Or at the
bricks.
very least, like, if you can stand to do it, see it to its end, and have a gracious exit from the situation. Like, if you're doing too many official businesses, step down. Make sure your affairs are in order, but step down. Nobody's going to sit there and go like, "Oh my god, you put me in the hot seat." And if they did, they suck.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm This is my hobby. I didn't come here to play paperwork simulator. I came here to play barista simulator.
You really are a barista. That is true.
Oh yeah. No, I am 500% playing barista simulator.
Mhm.
I'm a baker. That's what I do. So,
You're
you know,
My
playing
dog
baker simulator and you didn't come here to do any fucking bureaucracy.
exactly. Like I just want to go back to baking my pies. I want to imagine that I can shove my face into these pies because they just sound more delicious than I could imagine. And
I
I
know.
can't bake for real. I'm a terrible baker. I just am.
Why? What happens?
I don't follow directions very well, or I get
Well,
them
okay.
slightly off. I mean, I'm not terrible, but I'm not great. I'm good at cooking. I can make really good chili, and most other
All right.
things. But it's
All right.
baking.
I know what the problem is. It's because baking is more of a precise science, and
Hmm.
cooking you can freestyle a little more.
Exactly. That is definitely it. It's and the whole having to wait and all that. But I will say, and I know that we're way off topic, but
That's
I
fine.
there is I guess it's Amish Mennonite family recipe for yeast rolls that I've been trying to make for years, and it is a very vague recipe where it does require figuring it out. And I finally figured it out this year, and I made them perfectly, and I was so happy.
Oh,
So,
that
so
sounds
happy.
heavenly.
They were so, oh my gosh, they are the most delicious rolls ever. Just a little taste of home right there. Um,
My grandma makes them for Thanksgiving and for
yes.
Christmas, and they're what I'm always laser focused on.
Same. Whenever I go to that side of the family, which I don't anymore for various reasons, but whenever I used to, that would be the one thing I would absolutely gravitate towards and grab like four or five, just shove them in my mouth.
And yes, Accrington, I had to mention coffee because that was one of the linchpins for getting my characters established as a person in any way. Like, I showed up with a loose plan and just latched onto it.
May I comment on something that's coffee adjacent?
Of course you may.
I poured a mudslide because that's the only alcohol besides vodka that we had in the house. And I just want to say I put too much ice and it is watered down and really does not taste that good now. I am disappointed.
You should get some frozen fruit shapes.
I really should. Or honestly, I had been sick and just not feeling well for like the last couple of weeks. So I really just need to go to the liquor store again. I just had been avoiding it. Although,
Well, that's good of you, actually. That's admirable.
yeah, I
Proud of
avoided
you.
going out of the house and getting other people sick. I was very, very, very smart. I just sent everyone
Good,
else out.
good job on not being some kind of plague ship.
Yeah, that's just my family bringing it home to me. That's how that works.
They're already infected. It's fine. They're carriers now.
Oh, the life of a work from home person with people that go outside the house. That's how that
I've
is.
decided I'm going to sign up for phlebotomy courses and get an actual career.
Phlebotomy?
Phlebotomy, blood draws.
And I was gonna say, in addition
Oh,
to being like coffee simulator, we also had feed the dog simulator.
We did. Oh gosh.
what?
Yesterday, a trio of baby Solani came in for their mob possession. Um, shit, how would I put this? Mob possession 101.
Yeah.
They came, a trio of stray dogs came in to interact with me and Lirou in the lounge. And this is not the first time that baby Solani have come around to interact with people in my lounge as a training wheels situation for getting used to this. And frankly, I'm honored. I'm
I
deeply honored.
I was personally like in the middle of class at the time, so I couldn't really interact, and I feel guilty about that. So if the salamis are watching, I'm sorry.
Hello, salamis. You're salamis now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
salami is the name. That's how it works. Anyway.
Still, I'm always really flattered when I do get new Solani coming in for mob possession because it means that I feel trusted to not be an absolute ass for this experience and give them material to work with. Like, yay! I'm helping.
Well, was it just little puppies and that was it? Tell the
Uh,
story.
oh, okay. First of all, let me check because we are getting up on milestones, which means that it is getting on time for me to shuffle around and start beating the hell out of Dennis.
Oh, well, if we need to go ahead and wrap, that's,
Oh,
okay.
God, no.
Okay. I was
I
about to
can
say we can.
multitask.
Are you sure? I can't.
Do you want to leave?
No, no.
Well, then no. I'm fine.
All right. We'll do you.
Anyway, the
Anyway.
three dogs came in, each of them in various states of health. There was a runt, there was somebody who was underfed and clearly sick, and there was one that was clearly the dominant one and very greedy. Each of them got a bowl of meat. We got to watch them like eat the meat, get rid of the items in the room once they were eaten. So I gave them stuff to interact with, stuff to leave with, to pick up, and all of that. Um, I would pet them. I would let them choose their responses to various stimuli, like sitting back and not giving stern eye contact because these are wild dogs inside of his shop. But they are also customers, so just give them some meat.
Just
They're
give him some
hungry.
meat.
It's just like other customers. Give them some raw meat and see what they want.
That's everybody. Just throw some meat at them. They'll be fine.
That's how it works.
Did any of them end up like doing anything crazy or just pretty standard cutie type stuff?
Cute stuff. I got doggy chin on my knee. There was some fighting over the food, so I tossed a chunk of liver elsewhere because I knew that the underfed one was looking sick and therefore would need the iron and the vitamins that's found in liver.
Hmm. Did you actually know that or did you Google it?
I already knew that.
Okay.
Listen, I'm playing a doctor, but also I know that iron and a lot of the vitamins that are in liver is very good for recovery and for blood health.
Which is kind of ironic, isn't it?
Is it?
Eh, eh. I don't know. I feel like it is.
Tell me your thoughts, magic woman. I want to hear about this.
Well, I mean, the liver is a filtering organ. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. It is a poison filter.
Yeah. So, for it to be beneficial, it's beneficial in one way while it's in the body. So, when I think of it, as being ingested, I just find it ironic that it's also, so beneficial outside the body.
It is the iocane powder of the body.
But not the silver grit, obviously. I know I'm switching game.
Oh, no. Like, one of the things inside of the hospital that I can diagnose is silver grit withdrawal.
Oh boy.
One of the orgrags we're actually working on is some new things to do in the hospital and to diagnose. Like, we've done all of these. I am too familiar now with all of these diseases we have. I have them generally memorized, and it's time to put myself on the back foot again.
Yeah, it's like you gotta reach out with grabby hands and be like, give more, please more.
Well, I'm going to help and supply things that I want to be more, like taking an extracurricular course in becoming a coroner.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that on one of the other channels.
Yeah,
That'd be
like
cool. Oh,
participate in one arena event, not on your life sport.
100 experience from Quest.
mine's catch any 30 fish. Do I feel like fishing?
My reroll was fully extract 4 different minor foci. No, that's not happening.
Milestones reroll daily. Let's see. I just got it on my reroll as well.
Earn 2,000 gold from quests. Done.
That's easy. Sell 30 or 50 vermin. I can do that one. That one's easy. I'm too lazy to fish, but I will do vermin.
Oh, that's because it can go vermin go burr.
Yeah, vermin go burr. Fishing can take much longer. It's better XP, but I don't really care about the XP. You know, once you hit over 200, just like, why do you care anymore?
Oh, some of us have all the time in the world, okay? Some of us have to care.
Okay, sorry. I said that so nonchalantly and wasn't considering your feelings. I apologize. You'll get there one day.
I will. I will.
That's what I like to say to everybody. You'll get there someday. I mean, one day it'll happen. There's, not really a cap to XP, so just might take a few years.
Man, Mazion just came in, stomped right past our little group,
Dad, what are you
and
doing?
destroyed Telemarius. Like, buddy, you could have just said, you could have. Oh.
He's an old man and his sight's not as good as it used to be. Sorry.
Oh.
Just shake fist at him. No, go up to him and do a jig. It'll be fine. That's his language.
All right. So he came and wiped out Macaulay too. Oh, yay.
That man has like 50 knives, doesn't he?
What, Maz?
Yeah.
I don't know if he has that many. That's more Riot has like a ton. I feel like Maz might have 5 to 10, but I don't think he has more than that. I definitely could be wrong though. So I remember he didn't have as many as Bormintia, and Bormintia had less than Riot.
I remember Riot was like buying those pieces and someone like in Spine sold one for them and I asked them what they sold it for and it was like 10 credits. And I'm like, oh my god, you just got scammed.
Seriously. And he doesn't even buy them for himself anymore. He was buying them to give to other people to put them together.
So they could knife for him?
I don't know if it was a knife for him or not, but probably. Or at least share. Which at some point I'm like, man, why you still bash? But if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. That's fine.
He quit.
Oh, I know. I'm aware of that whole situation.
I think it's polite if we just don't worry about it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to go about it.
People are free to do as they please.
Yes.
Period.
Oh, man, if I admit this, I know that Karun's going to pick on me. I'm already tired and it's only 7 o'clock. What is this?
You're a parent.
It's not even
And
that.
it's the end of the work week.
I don't know if I can use either of those as an excuse. My kid is pretty low key. I mean, he's high energy, but he just watches videos and plays video games. He doesn't even socialize anymore.
That's kind of based.
What was that?
Kind of based.
I mean, it is,
How
but
what we all do.
it's what we all do. Exactly. Like, we're not social. Me and my husband, nah. We like our quiet time.
I mean, technically, this is social.
Is it though?
I consider it social. I'm having to articulate words and actually make sounds in an order that's comprehensible. Absolutely fucking terrible. I do this for you.
Oh, well, thank you. You're being so sweet.
We are friends.
We are friends. All my friends right now are in Spine's Reach.
Whose problem is that?
Mine.
Uh-huh. Why
Mm-hmm.
don't you come visit Spine's Reach and go hang out with the idiots who are like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna blow up something, but not at the inner gate, so nobody gets mad at me.
I keep meaning to, and then I'm just lazy. Ended up AFKing in my house all the time. That's a me problem. I understand that, and I accept it, and I will fix it at some point when I'm,
At least you recognize it.
yeah, I'll get out there. I have been trying to compete with Lirou around Total Quests, so there's that. I've been getting out and doing that. I think she's still beating me though.
In unique quests, or
Yeah.
I have 276 and you have 215 right now.
Yeah, you're way ahead of me. Okay. I know I had caught up at one point, but then, yeah, you've definitely. I'll get
Then I
there.
did the newbie areas.
Yeah, that's where I'm definitely slacking. And also any of the Bonro stuff. I have not won. I went and explored it immediately and mapped it, but did not do any of the quests yet.
I've got some neat solutions so I never actually have to map areas.
Oh, yeah?
Basically, I have a script which I actually packaged with Sunder.
Oh, yeah.
So like I just install a new map and it sets it up decently.
Remember reading, or you tell me about that. I have. Did you put it in? You actually put it in there now?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't looked at it at all.
It doesn't do wormholes though, but I've got some other stuff that can be adapted to carry wormholes over.
Ooh.
That's the thing I need to do. I tried. Maz actually, now that he's back, he went ahead and did his map, but I got so used to mine and the mapping that I had, that when I tried to switch over to his again, everything just kind of broke. And I only wanted to use his because the season went and redid all of the chapel, garden,
Oh,
wormholes.
I'm sorry. Are we not supposed to maintain our own thing that you're using?
I
Yeah, you're
mean,
just a mooch.
yeah, I am just a mooch, but
Yeah,
I had to
bum.
I had to fix 60, actually technically 120 wormhole spots on my mapper. It made me so sad, but I did it. And I did it well. So that's what matters. And they weren't too terribly different in the end. Just you guys made them work for you, and I appreciate your work. There, is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you. If you're going to steal our abilities, you counterfeit, you might as well own it.
I am not even using the class. I have the little probe and
That's even
what the guy.
worse.
I used to have level
No,
2 of that bad boy. I used to have a level 2. I miss it.
What happened to your level 2 one?
That was on a different character. I don't remember which at this point. So that's several retires ago.
Oh,
But that was I got it from one of the promos one time. I'm like, holy shit. Then I traded it in because I already had the class and I just wanted the credits. But it was just nice to have it for a moment to hold it. That sounds perverted. My mind always goes in the gutter though. That is
That's
not
okay.
yeah,
It's fun and it's free.
yeah. And it doesn't change with age. In case anyone is younger, when I'm 40. There's no changing. It just
Happy
gets worse.
birthday.
Huh?
Happy birthday.
Oh,
yay.
that's not my birthday.
It is now.
They don't need to know that.
Oh. Okay, happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! It's Sis's birthday.
Okay. I'm 39 and gutter's still comfortable. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, so what else can we talk about?
Lirou, tell us about ambition.
Yeah.
Um, be ambitious, do grand things.
Aw, shit.
The statue plan was actually kind of tied into that. So that got Lirou into Arvelis' order.
Nice.
He was kind of like, he just was kind of sent me a tell and was like, "Can you fly? I don't want to drop you to your death." And then I was like, "Yeah, I think I can fly." And so he warps me into, you know how the statue, there's like, you can jump off the top of it?
I did not know that.
You can kill
Uh,
yourself that way.
Yeah, and you
Nice.
can get one extra room for explorers that way.
Damn it. I need to
Okay,
do
good
that
to know. Well, there's still time.
Yeah,
to go jump
and
to my
I
death.
got warped into that room, except I guess the prog was turned off, so I didn't actually fall to my death. And then chatted and got into the order. Exciting stuff.
So how
I
do
feel
I?
like,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. There's probably a room where you can just like leap off of.
I'm gonna go try while we're talking. Carry
The
on.
things
Please tell us
people
more.
do for explorers. Um, that's kind of fun. I feel like there's a little bit of a pain point with the order right in congregation right now, where there's not really a lot of direction or concrete stuff set up yet. Hopefully that gets fleshed out more.
Yeah, same thing's going on in Morale. Like, they're
y-
they're new congregations, they're new situations. So
yeah,
they're trying.
they
They're
might
trying. It
need
takes a
more
while.
time to mature. Yeah.
Yeah. But Arvella seems pretty cool. We've had him show up at a few things in Duran, including a place he wasn't supposed to show up. We were in a private room.
Yeah, he does that.
And he does that apparently, which I thought that was supposed to be against the rules of the private rooms, but I have no idea anymore.
Oh, that's a
He does what he wants.
private room, like the super duper private?
Like, I mean, it's the ones where you have the flag, like you bought the flag for privacy or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know that was a no gods allowed flag.
Well, I think the gods can be in there but I know they can't listen into rooms if I remember correctly. So I don't know. I don't actually know.
Man.
Oh, and Watson's being all nosy now. Wouldn't you like to know?
Arvelis is innocent of all crimes. Thank you very much.
Exactly. I am not a snitch. Not gonna say anything else about it. Gonna leave it be. I forgot the popo was here. Is that a good term still? The popo.
Sure. Oh, see, goodbye, Karun. Karun was listening or Karune? I've watched too much anime to really have hot takes on this. But there goes the leap of faith.
It was fun. Oh wait. Oh, so yeppies. He did it too. Come on, where's my familiar recall then? I hate using shaman class sometimes.
Did you know there's another room that you can sometimes get through if you do that? Like, there's two different rooms and it's random which one you fall through?
No, I did not know that, but that would explain why it would be 98%. And one room shouldn't be counting usually in a room area like that as 2%. It probably counts as one. So that would make sense.
Not gonna lie, Lirou, the way you're putting it, it makes me think of like when my brothers were telling me, oh, there's an invisible bridge in the big donut of Mario Kart 64.
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm still at 98%. It didn't like I didn't even get the note like a hey milestone completed for discovering a new room. So apparently I've been in that room before. And I don't know when I would have been, unless like Val or something told me to do it ages ago and I'm forgetting, which is very, very possible. And how am I 20% of the quest in that area? There was only the one quest. I thought I must be wrong.
Honestly,
Watson is
I'd say
correct
that.
in that I would never troll. I am innocent of all crimes.
Yeah,
Never, never ever.
Yeah, that sounds
Though
like
I do think
yes.
it's absolutely charming that you had to basically take a leap of faith, because they had us do that in the Executor release. So it's like, oh, those shadow gods and their bullshit. I love them.
So how are your milestones going over there? Did you all finish successfully?
uh, kind of. Mazion went and wiped a bunch of stuff, so we had to knife a few things. We did get Tolinar. Right now we're doing poker.
Oh, poker.
I
Wait,
stepped out of it because we had like a ton of people.
I'm only like partially sober, so I'm not paying the sharpest attention.
are you sure you should be talking still?
Oh, this is fine.
Okay.
I ate food. I did. Listen, okay. So cognitive processing is not so bad. Reading comprehension, and yes, I said that way on purpose.
Okay, I was about to say, are you sure over here? But
I'm
okay,
being funny.
you are.
I'm being funny. Even if it's not funny, let me dream.
Okay, okay, I'll leave you alone. Carry on, carry on.
Anywho, watching a bunch of text show up in front of me, I'm not gonna understand that shit.
No, no.
I'm not. It's all one big blur of glyphs. I can understand what is being spoken to me. I can understand what I am saying. But a blur of characters on a black backdrop, this thing is hard enough to comprehend on a good day, let alone when I've had a strong rum and coke.
You know, one of my favorite things that I ever did in this game, and I mean it probably is not one some other people particularly enjoyed, but there was years ago a drunk raid where a bunch of us in Bloodlock all got on, I think Skype at the time, and we're all pretty freaking hammered. Pretty sure Maz was there actually, and we just went on a raiding spree. I'm pretty sure it was a Duran too, while we were all drunk, and it was hilarious. I don't
That sounds
defend
super
it,
fun and
but it
really
was.
stupid. I like it.
It was. It was both stupid and so much fun. So much fun. We were
Did you
trying to coordinate with each other. Like, what do you mean you're over there? I'm over there right now. Sorry, Lirou.
Okay, it's probably safe to talk about now because it's a few months out,
Hmm?
but like a couple of months ago or so, somebody was like, "Oh my God, these Spirians have some wild fucking tactics. They are reading the room so well." No, no, we were just absolute chaos, making shit up as we go. It's like, holy smokes, no, we're not thinking. We're not thinking at all. That's why you can't read what we're doing in the fucking lessers. It's because we're not thinking.
I have no idea what we're talking about now.
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about now.
Okay, so a couple of months ago, we were doing really well in lessers, and somebody was like, "Man, you guys have some really amazing tactics. I never would have
Oh,
thought of that." We were making shit up as we go. We weren't thinking either.
got it.
No fucking idea what was going on.
I
like,
mean,
yeah, a pretty big combat leader was like, "Wow, these people are playing 4D chess over here," and I don't think we had any coordination other than like just showing up and everybody doing their own thing.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody was just goofing.
It's called luck, and luck was on your side. That's what it sounds like. And nothing wrong with that. That's actually kind of fun to just kind of go wild. Just like say everyone, okay, pile on. We'll figure it out as we go.
Everybody's doing a different strategy. It's like do it yourself noise. It's
Mm-hmm.
great.
It's great. I get coordinating things, especially when you have smaller numbers. But if you have a decent size of people, most times, yeah, I mean, you may kill faster if you coordinate. But if you got a substantial amount of people, it's not really gonna matter. Just smash on the same target. Try to, or split it between a couple. You'll still be okay. As long as at least a decent amount of people survive doing that, you'll win. It'll be good. Chaos, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm just advocating for the fact that sometimes you can be a dumb motherfucker and still succeed.
About to say, when am I not a dumb motherfucker? Trying to debate that. And the gears are not turning. Maybe the watered down mudslide's actually kicking in.
Good for you. Are you sure you're okay? Are you sure you should be doing?
I mean, it's not like that sidecar I think I had the other day. I don't think I sent you a picture of that one.
Orange liqueur, vanilla extract, and ginger ale. That sounds lovely.
That does sound lovely.
Is that light rum or dark spiced?
He's a spicy person, so possibly spiced.
I mean, all I'm hearing is that I have all.
Oh no,
Okay,
white.
I don't know if I have white rum. I do have white rum. It was a housewarming gift, and it came in a bottle designed to look like a skeleton.
Ooh, fancy.
It is okay.
So
Sometimes you just own things for a good bottle, you know?
no, I still have at least one old sake bottle somewhere in the house, just because it was pretty. Um, and I kept one from a client that sent me like 3 or 4 different rosés. I had for the longest time kept one that had a rose like petal, or not a rose petal, a rose bud flower on the base of it. That was like the style at the bottom of the bottle. It was very cool. I don't think I have it in here though. No, that's probably out in the kitchen somewhere.
Rum, orange liqueur, vanilla extract, and ginger ale. It sounds like an absolutely delightful orange creamsicle. Is it good? Are you winning?
Are you winning, son? Is that what we're going for?
Yeah, I want to stop quoting that meme, but I can't get it out of my life.
It's okay.
It was good. Yeah, okay. Ooh. I don't have that. I have bitters that is creme de violet. So I'm not going to use that, but I was figuring I could probably swap in some triple sec. But I also have homemade candied ginger, so I could drop a couple of those in there and like just give it that nice kick.
I just found an imp which, and you talk to him and you go, "Wait, you're an imp." He goes, "No, I'm not. Look at how tall I am."
I've spoken
That's how
to
it
that.
works.
Yeah. I've spoken to that one before. I just don't remember where that was.
Oh, Maloku, no!
What is he doing now?
He's asking, anyone know how to get Mudlet Mapper to download? When
Oh
it,
no.
download.
It's fixed, I think.
Yeah,
Dominic got
it's
around
It
and
is?
mucked with it.
yeah, it's fixed. It was definitely being a butt for a few releases.
Yeah, like I was waiting for somebody to tell me, hey, Mapper is done deleting profile.
I mean, let's be real. Even Windows randomly will delete profiles, so you're not really ever safe with if as long as you're using a Windows machine. Mac, on the other hand, I have had less issues. Although I hate Macs, so I will suffer in pain and just back myself up occasionally.
It is so flattering that you think that I am doing anything of that sort.
I didn't say you were.
Do I sound smart? No.
Yes, you do.
I'm really?
You sound
What
very
a mistake.
intelligent.
It's the posh accent.
Is that what it is?
Maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, do I sound intelligent?
Mhm.
You sound competent.
I sound competent. Ooh, that's a way to say I don't sound intelligent, but you know, in a nice way.
Um,
I
well, the
feel
thing
like in
is,
general, mud players are kind of pretty smart.
you kind of have to be to cope with the amount of bullshit that this kind of game puts you through.
That is true.
However, competent and intelligent, I'd rather have competent than broadly intelligent because competent means that you can make things work. Intelligent, like, you cannot transfer intelligence. I'm great at psychology, but no matter how good I am at that, it's not going to make me better at, like, changing a tire.
That's true. So yeah, I'm competent. I got street smarts, yo.
Yay!
You can't see me doing the old fashioned like finger signs and stuff, but I'm doing that over here.
I believe
What's
you.
your street name?
Uh
Rattletrap. That's mine.
I am trying to think if what was it? I did have like they gave me a nickname back in like high school. I feel like it might have just been Shorty, very stupidly just Shorty or short shit. No, that was what it is. Was short shit. I'm not even kidding.
I guess you got shorted on that one.
Oh, yeah. Why am I tired? I'm just an old lady now. That's what it is.
Ha.
I need to
You have
start taking my nap now so that I can wake up at 11, you know, go drink my Pepto Bismol and go back to sleep and wake up at 4 o'clock and start my day. that's,
ha.
that's what old people do, right?
Probably.
So, in terms of the unique quests, Sysaa, I
Yeah.
found that all the different production ones count as different quests.
Wait, what now?
All the different production quests count as different quests.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's the same thing with some of the other ones where you get a random daily quest, like the Vortex one and a few others. They're technically all different quests. I always forget to do the production one.
Same.
I do the production one when I have been truly fucked over by milestones this week.
Trying to think of the last time I did the production quest now. Shit. I don't think I've done it on this character.
Do you hate your city or something?
I'm
Where is your civic spirit?
it's it's back on characters years and years ago. I left it with them. I have no civic spirit now. I'm dead inside. Does that suffice?
You'd make a terrible Sisson. If we don't have civic spirit, we're fucking useless.
We even have hats for civic spirit over here.
We do. Do you need me to make a civic spirit hat for Dwirin?
Wait, for Rihrin?
No, for Dwirin.
Dwirin. Who's Dwirin?
Your city.
Your
Oh,
city! Your
Duran.
counselor! Your council!
I call it Durin, like the fruit. So
That's durian!
I know a Durin. Just it's close. It's not quite the fruit. It's close though. Because
Listen, I even went out of my way to refer to it as a council, since you guys have to be so princess about it.
just give her like a Thunder Legion badge or a Glacial Elite scarf. Gosh, I saw those items go through the queue. Oh Oh boy.
Gossip. Listen, these are so fun. This is so fun. And you should join in. I want people to be obnoxious sports fans about this. Take this opportunity to cheer on Spirians beating the shit out of each other.
I got picked, like, Sherney the other day was like, hey, you want to join the Glacial Elite? And I was like, me? Are you sure you have the right person? Needed a replacement for Noan because he went and joined some other team.
What a bitch.
Noan makes things worse.
He does, but we love him anyway. Not to mention, like, it's nice not to have so many super-powered bastards on one team.
Well, that was the point of the team. It was the superpowered bastards, but they only, like, fight with half the numbers.
Oh, okay. See, there's some ins and outs to this that I've not been following because I've been trying to, like, fill out major fanzine submissions and all of that. So now, even
Excuse
now, I'm
me,
like,
Complex Shave.
oh, look at all these designs that I have waiting that I need to pay attention to.
So,
Yeah,
Complex Shave, I'll have you know that it's the Thunder Legion. There will
I've
be no
noticed.
H's allowed.
Why are there no
No,
H's allowed?
because it's
Uh,
a portmanteau of thunder and tundra.
no, I thought it was
Oh,
because, I thought she just typoed it in the original post, and then everyone was like, yeah, this is it.
could be both. Like they could have originally typoed it and then just made an excuse to make sure it sounded like it made sense. More like Glacial got beat. Wow, this person is just on fire.
So everybody should get super hype and be obnoxious as all hell about this.
Yeah, I didn't even look at the book. Let's go look at the book. Where is it sitting now? So book 43.
I
Prize
have
pool.
not looked at the book
Wow.
either. Just do it anyway.
It's at 800K for the prize pool.
Nice.
I
Uh
feel,
and it
I
says
feel like
Thunder. It says Thunder Legion, not Thunder Legion.
that
Booby did
was a
it.
clerical mistake on Jolter's part.
Ooh, I have to vote on number 4 though. I'm sorry.
Is it
Somehow
the
this starts
Invincible?
the third war of the night.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
I mean, I already told Booby outright that it was my job to kill him directly, immediately on point.
Are you gonna be?
Like, listen, buddy, you know I love you, but I'd have to slit your throat immediately and make sure that it sticks.
I was about to say, like, he's even if you were able to PK, he's a crafty little thing. He would just cobalt combat roll right on out.
I wouldn't be alone. You know how Japanese honeybees take down giant hornets?
I do not.
Um, so the hornet is way bigger than the honeybee, but they just swarm all around it and start vibrating and kill it to death with the heat.
Huh.
So, yeah, I personally may not be able to do that. However, having the entirety of the Sisson Guild and the other Sciomancers coming down upon you, you're not going to survive.
I still feel like he might.
No, it was plenty of
No?
big
No?
name PKers were like, if you start a War of Night, we're going to kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's big talk, but I still picture him just combat rolling eternally. Like he just keeps on rolling, rolling
Yeah,
and rolling.
listen, he does have major Bugs Bunny energy. I do
He
respect
does
that.
exactly.
However, that just means we have to out goofy him.
Mm. Now
I
you're
would hit
mixing
him in the face with a
cartoons.
cream pie.
Like you build him a little treadmill that he ends up rolling on.
Yeah.
You know what? That would be the better thing because then he's just endlessly rolling and rolling and he can't stop.
Hmm.
Get fucked, Sisyphus.
Sisyphus?
Sisyphus is the Greek mythos king who was constantly rolling a boulder up a hill.
Oh, right. More high school stuff that I'm not remembering.
Either that or I'm just a huge geek.
I mean, you
Oh,
are, but
Polycules. Yes, yes.
did you read the?
Arqueton has supplied that he is a Greek figure like Polycules.
Yeah, he would know. He's also a big nerd. I adore you, but you are. I was gonna ask though. Did you ever read the Mrs. Frisbee and the Mice of Rats of Nim?
Yes, but not for a long time.
I
No?
hadn't either. Um, did you ever see the movie Lirou?
No?
No. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes, I
gosh,
have.
it's like the movie shattered our childhood. Then you and
It
I
was
here.
awesome
It
though.
was awesome. It was good. I realized though I don't think even with him being 8, I don't think he would enjoy watching it. Can't get him to watch a good number of things from my childhood, so I'm not gonna go try that.
Oh, you should make him watch Watership Down.
Oh Lord, no. um, but they had to read that for talent development. I was surprised. I was like, wow. I figured this would be a book they would probably end up banning just because, Republican state. Um, but then I started to read it, and you know what? I actually could remember the story all the way through. So I just wanted to give myself a round of applause for something from school I remembered.
Done.
I can't even do basic math when I look at his math stuff. Okay, what else can we talk about tonight? Anything else you all want to talk about as far as what your characters are doing, what Spines Reach is doing, since you all do like to, you know, throw a bone out there for people that might be interested in joining Spines Reach.
What Spines Reach is doing, eternal goofiness.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, everybody is a different flavor of bastard, but that doesn't mean we're bad people. It doesn't mean we're mean people. We're just ridiculous. So, what that entails is things like people who are going to be so scary, but also so nice to you. The casual suggestion of just killing people. At the inner gate, there is a corpse pile that we've been leaving just for people to feed their scorpions, but everybody's cool about it. I've been considering giving the corpse pile, like, I don't know, a little palette to be on, a little sign, maybe a little more decoration so that
You,
it's not just a heap of dead bodies,
you know what? You all
freshen
should
it up.
try to org rec and get something very similar to our compost heap in Duran, because then you could just, shuffle bodies into it. Although the part might make it difficult to let the scorpions be able to eat it, but it
Yeah,
could be fun.
What does a
eh,
compost heap do?
Um, Essentially, if you PK someone, like you actually own the PK, you cut off their head, you cut out so that you have the head and the body. You put them, shovel them into the compost heap, and it's just a trophy thing where it says what heads are in there, etc. And you get tokens that you can spend in a shop, life and death tokens. And there's a lot of different rewards. The one that I wanted to get, and I don't know if I'll ever get there because I do not PK enough for it, is there's a living ink tattoo, which is just,
ooh,
sounds kick ass, right?
that does sound kick-ass.
It's got a big ass quest. That's actually for, I think Karun's listening. That was the reason why we had to go run the Beneath instance. We have to go in there for part of it and actually get the scale thing. From the final boss in there. It's a mammoth of a quest, but it's a cool item.
Man, okay, executors have like ink shadow minions to work with. We should have some shit like that too. That's so cool.
Yeah. It's like Duran has a bunch of really cool stuff. It's just not easy to obtain, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but Also means not many people end up getting the stuff.
It also means people don't know about it.
And that too. Well, but I try to put a decent amount of help files out there. Try.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wonder if that scale is like 100% drop from the beneath.
I don't know. We were debating that because it would be a pain in the butt to go run it and it not drop, but it also kind of makes sense.
Because it's a really good item in its own right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't run it again yet because I don't have enough life and death points to be able to buy myself the living tattoo. Living ink. It makes me sad.
Well, you just can't have shit in this house.
I really can't. I should just become a murderer and go out there and get good and kill random people until I can earn it. That sounds like a good plan, right?
Yeah, of course. I know
Yeah.
a bunch of people in Spine's Reach who would absolutely love a dust up.
You mean for me to lob their heads off, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you can manage it, sure.
There's definitely some, but well, I guess if I'm not voice here soon, it won't seem like it's Duran doing it. I'll just be doing it on my own, right?
I don't know. I don't
Keeping
think
you out for
anybody
not
would
doing
take
your
it
product.
personally if Virulin went out and did this. It's just like, hey, I'm just farming points for something. It's like, all right, cool.
But that's Virulin. That's not me.
Why are you holding yourself to a different standard?
Because I'm not from
Just
Spine's
put,
Reach.
just put on some like big minotaur horns and be like,
Yeah, wear a Minotaur hat. Wear the Frog hat.
mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, my character is like a satyr kind of thing, if I use that description. So she's kind of Minotaur-esque.
I don't think anybody's gonna actually sit there and go like, ooh, Sysaa killed me. All of the council is accountable. And if they do, they're delusional. They are inventing things to be mad about. Like, shit, dog. Sometimes people just come and kill you in this game. That's how it is.
You would think that people would have a casual attitude, but
I don't understand people who don't, and it makes me nervous to think that there are people out there who are overthinking every goddamn thing I do.
well, I'm just gonna leave that alone tonight. I'm in a good mood.
Are you okay?
Well, there have been so many issues around that with other organizations that I'm just, hopeful. Let's say I'm hopeful that it's not an issue anymore. But it was an issue a few months ago.
Okay, so hot take.
Hot take. Yes.
Stick with me on this one. If people are handing you passive aggression, you don't have to pay attention to it. You don't. If they don't want to say it with their chest, you don't have to do it. You just don't. You just stand there and go like, what? Nah. You're just making shit up now. Gaslight gatekeep girl boss, because if they're going to invent scenarios, then brother, you do not have to play along with them. Also, for anybody who wants to overthink whatever Pietre is doing, this is the theme song going through my head at all times. Don't worry about it.
Is it don't worry, be happy?
No. It is Hair Scare from Parappa the Rapper 2.
Oh Lord, I never
March
played that game.
It's not March of the Gladiators.
Well, this one is not on his playlist, but it has the right energy of how much I am just spacing out at all times. I'm not thinking about things. I'm just hanging out.
I need to learn how to do that better.
What, just hang out and space out?
Oh, just space out better. Yeah.
Be mentally ill.
I mean, I am. I'm back on antidepressants though, so that's
Congratulations.
that's
Do you have ADHD?
I do. So that is that you know what? I think that's probably what's actually been making me tired now that I think about it.
Isn't that like a
did your meds
requirement to
drop?
play this game?
It is. But what were you saying, Pietra?
Oh, did your meds drop off?
No.
Okay, because I do get the EBs when that good 12 hours of ability just degrades.
Well, I mean, if it could be. It could be. Because I took it at 7, and that is 12 hours.
Exactly. You have to play the game of, am I tired or did my brain chemicals adjust again?
I just thought it lasted for the full day. I don't remember. I haven't been on this one in a good while, so I don't remember
May
how
I
it
ask
affects
which it
me.
is? Or
Let's go look, because I don't have it in front of me. Hello, medicine chart thing. What are
hello,
my
silly Rhea.
medications? So, Cymbalta.
Oh, I don't know.
It's supposed to be one of those ones you have to take and it like builds up in your system.
Okay, one of those.
Yeah,
Got it.
because you have to wean yourself back off of it if you decide to go off of it. I've taken it before. It's been at least a solid year since last
Okay,
time I did.
that is your SSRI. I was asking about
Oh, ADHD medicine. No, I am
right,
actually
right, right.
not medicated for that, and I probably should be.
All right, so you know how you can just sit there and let your brain go on an adventure without you?
Yes.
Do that.
Uh.
Oh,
Okay.
Acrotin, thank you.
Oh,
Cymbalta
hey.
has a half-life of about 12 hours, SSRI.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I. Yeah, I remember that part. I remember coming off of it, and it was a pain in the ass. Um,
I'm on Lexapro
what is Lexapro
and
like?
Vyvanse. Lexapro, okay, so don't be mad,
Okay.
but you know how it usually takes several tries to get the right medicine?
Mm-hmm.
I I managed to get the right medicine and the right dosage the first time, both with the Lexapro and with the Vyvanse. So I have not had to go through the whole month-long trial of seeing if it fucks with my life.
Wow.
I just got handed the pill and it was like, oh, this one works. Yay! So don't be mad,
I'm not mad.
but
I'm jealous, but not mad.
as
I don't know if mine are quite right or not, but like I know when I'm like there with doctors, it's kind of like, yeah, everything's fine. Can I go now? I don't really want to talk with you.
okay, but are you not down to talk with them to the degree that you're not expressing a need?
Probably.
Alright, that's something you gotta work on, babe. Like, talking to doctors, uncomfortable, however, it is their job to make sure that you're not, like, in hell.
Yeah. I think we can all do better talking to him, though. I have issues talking
I don't
to my
mind telling my
doctors.
doctor whatever. That's like, hey, guess who broke their ankle?
Mine is mostly
Here I am in the ER again, baby.
because the doctor that I have, I think he's just kind of gotten overworked and he's not putting 100% into each of his patients anymore. I need to switch doctors, basically.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. And it's not because he's not a good guy and he's not a good doctor. Just he wants
If
to
he,
get people out.
listen, if the doctor is not helping you, then you need to get the different doctor.
Yeah, no.
If you are not telling the doctor everything you need help with, the doctor cannot help you.
This is true. That is very true.
This is why I keep killing people in the hospital because they're giving me like 4 out of 5 bullshit symptoms.
Yeah. It's like watching House where they tell him all the bullshit symptoms and then they find out, oh, you've got all this other stuff you didn't tell me. Now I'm killing you with medicine. Classic House episode every time.
Yeah, like, don't even bother being embarrassed. Whatever's going on, they have seen worse.
Yes.
They have.
Yeah, no, I definitely wasn't embarrassed when I went in the last time to the ER for my heart like racing too bad. I just was like, yep, go ahead. I lifted my shirt up. I'm like, put those monitors on me. Figure it out. I didn't have a bra on. I didn't care. I'm just like, here you go. Just do it.
Why would you want a compression thing on your chest when you already have heart problems? Don't do that.
What?
Okay, if your heart was racing,
Oh,
why
no,
would
no.
you
I'm
put
talking
on a
about,
bra?
oh, yeah. Well, no. I mean, this was, I normally, would have a bra on normally just for like normal day-to-day stuff. Although I work from home, I usually do not put it on. So I'm just saying, like, I had been working. Heart was racing. I just didn't bother, have one on.
Why?
Wasn't embarrassed about
Listen,
not having it on.
yeah,
Yeah,
why would you bother? You need to go to the hospital. They don't care. They've seen tits.
I know. I'm just saying I didn't have one on. I wasn't going to bother to put one on. No. Just
I am
saying I didn't have
applauding
one
you.
on. Okay.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. I don't know why my brain isn't processing that. Maybe.
Probably because I'm speaking in a charged tone because I'm vehement about like not having any shame when it goes to the doctor.
Oh, no. No. Remember, I also used to have to get, when I was pregnant, I had to get butt shots once a week. You
God,
learn
that had
after
to
you're,
suck.
yeah, it did. So after that, I started to just not care. I've not cared for years. I'm like, yep, here's my butt. Go ahead, carry on.
Happens to a less serious state in real life all too often. Bro, which part? Which part, Accrington?
Yeah, I'm wondering the same.
Yeah, what happens to a less serious state?
Do people just come up to you and like show boobs or show butt? I mean, we got some voyeurs out there.
All right, so people not telling misdiagnosis, medical state. Yeah.
Okay,
Shame is a great interrupter to success,
this is true.
which also loops in with morality. People are scared of being thought of as like naive or stupid for having the audacity to be optimistic about something or think things that will go well. Because there is a massive cultural assumption that being negative and looking at things on the unbright side is the more mature way. Because kids usually have a pretty positive outlook on stuff. Because
really
they think
do.
things will be fine because they are usually kept in pretty good care. Like adults look after them so they don't have to overthink things. So people are like, "Oh, you think it's going to be okay? That's pretty naive, isn't it?" No. I'm a cynical optimist. The world is stacked against me, but brother, I am not going to get hoodwinked by the boogeymen that I invite. Like, I'm tougher than they are. Fuck them. The world's against me, but I'm too cool to die. That's it.
That does sound like you. Why is it so quiet in my house?
Did your significant other and child abscond to some other place?
That's what I'm wondering. But I also hear whispering, so I'm kind of suspect as to what
that's
they're
the ghost.
doing. It could. I mean, this house has not had anyone else live in it, so unfortunately, I am not blessed with ghosts.
Excuse me, every inch of Earth on this bloody planet, something died there. Statistically speaking,
Yeah.
every part of the planet is a grave.
You're right.
I'm so helpful.
But I do think I want to go investigate to make sure nothing has happened.
Okay.
So this is going to be a good segue to ending.
Okay.
Is that
Since
fine
you're
with
tired,
everybody?
You're tired. I'm not going to force you to stay longer than 2 hours.
Oh, did we make it to 2 hours?
Just about, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did. Look at us. We shot the shit for 2 hours.
Yay!
Air 5.
Wow.
Pow. Yeah. Where's your pow, Lirou?
What?
We're air high-fiving. Give it a good pow.
Oh.
There we go.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Again, I'm trying to get this going, end of month every time. Hopefully next month there will actually be some more activity, but I think we did pretty good. Mostly Pietre did most of it. I'm just going to give you a compliment and say thank you. Give you a round. Can you hear me clapping?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
And thank you. And sorry that I am a rambly bastard.
No. I love it. It's fine. And Lirou, I appreciate you coming. You did a lot too.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Although I'm kind of quiet.
Oh, it's okay. We're not all chattery. Chattery, is that a word?
Yeah, chatty is it? And I always worry that I'm over talking.
I don't think there's any such thing with the two of us. We're all good.
Okay.
Okay. All right. But yes, thank you everybody. We'll try to have another one end of next month. And next month, since I do have some people that subscribed, I will make sure to do a credit giveaway of some sort. I will just see when we get closer to that how much we have, and we'll make that a thing. I'll make an announcement for it. But have a good night and have a good weekend, everybody.
That will be way fun.
Yes.
Take care, squares.
Bye, all.